Hey everyone, welcome back. Got something special for you here today. They put out a patch note or a patch for Space Marine 2 last night. So, read through these really quick. They brought some really good changes after listening to the community. Mostly buffs, not a lot of nerfs. But without further ado, let's get down into it, huh? So, things that they've added now is the new hub sparring arena. So on the battle barge, you can go ahead and in operations and eternal war game modes where players can compete in friendly PvP with the players in their squad. So now if you ever wanted to get in there and bust your friend in the mouth for not helping you last game, now you can do it. Ultra wide support for PC, which is good for some of the folks with higher end PCs that were having some issues and stability problems. One of my buddies, in fact, has a monster PC, but just cannot run this game the way that it should be ran. Private mode for operations that gives the player the ability to play operations alone with bots or alongside one friend without being matchmade with random players during the mission. This will be really good for all of you content creators out there that, you're trying to run around and point out all the gene seeds, and now you can't because somebody else went and picked it up, or your teammates are rushing forward, causing waves. Now you don't have to worry about that. Added what's new and a message of the day, which is nice. Added options to reset custom color presets. That's cool. Because I'll tell you, down here at the bottom, trying to fix all of this, I'm like, I want to be a salamander. And then I click down here and it just reverts me back to, Storm Giant or something. That's a nice change. Gameplay and balancing tweaks. The marking tool has been updated. Okay. Improved responsiveness and comfort of social wheel control with the mouse. Nice, because that was kind of hectic for me. Reaching across, holding T, and then you're like, I want to look to the right, and it takes you down. Just, damn it. Disabled unnecessary objects did not require highlighting and worked poorly with it. Several minor bug fixes. For the Power Fist, for all you Assault class and Bulwark class users. Damage for fully charged attacks has been greatly increased, which is good because that did not feel very, very good. Felt very underwhelming to charge that up all the way and smash somebody with it. It didn't feel like I was using a giant power fist. For the heavy plasma, for the heavy class, base ammo is increased by 5, blast damage radius increased. Overheat per shoot drastically decreased from 50 to 30 for charge shoots, but that's shots, and from 20 to 15 for base shooting. Base damage slightly increased by 10%, which is great because if you just watched my heavy video I did, link is in the description. I wasn't very good with this gun, and I thought it was mostly a skill issue, but seeing that they updated all of this stuff right here, that gun did not feel like it was going to be very good until you got it to Relic, and that would take a lot of work for a gun that doesn't feel very good from the beginning. Medstims restore contested health in addition to actually healing. That's huge, because you're getting swarmed while you're fighting the Hive Tyrant, or you're fighting a Terminus level enemy, or, Lictor shows up and starts kicking your ass because now you're staggered and you're being swarmed by a horde, and you hit the stim buttons and you see that it only gives you back 25% of the health that you had, depending on your whatever difficulty you're playing on. Now, if you have like 50% health left, it'll just refill the whole thing, which is cool. Up to what you had before. Ox grenade launcher ammo can now be refilled only with ammo boxes and cannot be refilled from infinite ammo cache. Thank God. Because my buddy and I were playing on Relic difficulty, and we had a tactical class come and join us. And at the very last end for the first mission Inferno, this dude just sat at the top of the ammo box and just grenade launched to everything as it came in, not having to worry about anything. It was the me and my buddy barely did anything. This dude literally killed everything with the stupid ammo box. So that's good. Now you can only refill those from that, which also will make anyone who's using the grenade launcher more ammo hungry. So keep that in mind when you're playing with a heavy or the sniper or the Vanguard class and tactical. If you have any of those, more than one of those in your group or something, that's very, very ammo dependent, keep this in mind. Campaign. Enemy aggressiveness on veteran difficulty in campaign decreased for better single-player experience. Okay. Player's health on veteran difficulty in campaign is slightly reduced to compensate for AI aggressiveness and armor management updates. That's cool. Bots. Various inhibiting restrictions were lifted, allowing bots to be more helpful and effective while still not beating the game for the player. Thank you fucking God. I can't tell you how many times I've been doing a solo campaign and the bots are just about as useful as tits on a bowl. These bastards don't do any executions of enemies that are, like, all around them. They don't shoot any of the enemies that are calling out for help. They just stand there and stare at them. And then heaven forbid that a fucking zoanthrope or a neurothrope show up. They literally would just stand there and stare at them with their dicks in their hands. They were the most pointless AI companions I have had in a long time. I'm glad this has finally been addressed. Oh, and look, right into bots will now help focus firing zoanthropes when the player attacks them. Thank you, God. Holy crap. Heavily eased restrictions on bots finishing of enemies instead of leaving them for players to reduce annoyance. Thank you, because if I have 5 elites that are all red, I can only kill so many and finish them at a time. I don't care that a bot is getting a finisher. Just do it. Just kill the damn thing. Your armor comes back anyway. Bots are now allowed to help with gargoyle objectives. That's good. That's a campaign-specific thing, where the gargoyles swarm all of the items that, or the radio antennas and different things like that, and you gotta get them off. Luckily, when I played, I had 2 friends with me, but I did see gameplay of other people that were doing it solo, and they were the only one doing anything. The bots just stood there and stared at them. So, fixed a variety of bugs related to bots getting stuck. I had this happen. I had the sniper bot, when I was playing the decapitation mode on Tuesday, literally get stuck outside of the door where you have to plant the mines, and he just stood out there for about 45 seconds, wouldn't move, wouldn't come forward, and enemies were attacking him, and he was doing nothing about it. It was the most annoying thing in the world. Fixed a bug where bots can run out of ammo on weapons without a magazine. Thank you, because I was literally about to say this too. The sniper with his lasgun is the most pointless character in the game that they had. If you had him on your team as a bot, this idiot would quite literally use his lasgun for the first 10 to 12 enemies, or 10 to 12 shots that he has in the damn thing. And then after that, he would not use it anymore. That was very annoying. For the operations mode, tweaked AI director and spawn rules of chaos enemies in operations mode. Awesome. Max number of Xanagors with shield on the arena at the same time reduced from 10 to 4. Thank you, God. Now that it's finally fucking capped at a better, more manageable number. Little dickheads. Max number of cultist snipers on the arena at the same time reduced from 10 to 3. Max number of Zangors on the arena at the same time reduced from 30 to 20. Max number of Rubric Marines with bolt guns in the arena reduced from 8 to 5. Maximum number of Rubric Marines with warp flamers on the arena at the same time reduced from 4 to 3. So at the higher difficulties, you would end up having 10, 10, 30, 8, and 4. And you just get overwhelmed and swarmed, especially by these little dick bags with the shield. So I'm glad that these are reduced. It should make the chaos operations a lot more fun. Because, I'm not going to lie, I actually do not like fighting against the chaos. Mostly because of these guys and because of these stupid cultist snipers. If I were to put it in an order, I hate them the most, them second, and then the cultist snipers the third. Perfect Parry has been updated, now restores armor for killing Minoris, not only for countering their special attacks. That is awesome. Especially if you're the Bulwark or tactical and you're just in there and you're playing the game just right. You're dodging correctly. You're getting the perfect parries on these guys on just their basic attacks, no blue icon, you know, and you get armor back for that. You're basically nigh unkillable, which is going to be awesome for all my Bulwark players. Regarding block and fencing weapons, A bug has been fixed in perfect parry window for fencing weapons. Now it has 20 frames window for perfect parry and 10 frames for vulnerability at the end of animation, instead of 30 frames of perfect parry for full animation as it was intended originally. Okay, so that's why perfect parry window felt so good on fencing. I guess they just dropped that down by 10 frames, which is still a lot. 20 frames is still a lot. You know, get your timing down, maybe be a little more perfect, and it'll be fine. Plus, I'm sure there'll still be timing issues based on if you're being swarmed by a horde or whatever. But that's good. And I guess, 10 frames of vulnerability, so if you miss that perfect parry, you have a chance to pay for it dearly. Assault class, base ground pound damage increased by 30%. Good. That should hopefully make them feel better before they get to level 25. Because if I have to play a class all the way to 25 for it to feel good, there's a problem with that class. And it should feel good through the progression all the way up. I don't need every perk to feel amazing, but I want the class to feel like it's viable all the way through the build, not until I get the meta build at the very end. Armor boost drops from destructible crates are now less common. Cooldown raised from 30 seconds to 60. Damn. PvP, improved player spawn system. Should make spawn killing more difficult. That's awesome. Because the first few games that I ever played, I just got spawn camped and only got 2 kills on that game. Reworked Vanguard's grapnel launcher in PvP. Instead of full stun, it will now stagger enemies and will slow him down drastically. Okay, that's good. So I noticed, obviously you get hit with the grapple shot, you get stunned in place, he comes off of you and then just tears you up. Now you just get staggered, which is easier to recover from than a full stun, and your movement is slowed. I just hope that your movement being slow doesn't impact you as heavily as like the stun did. But that's cool. For the AI, reduced ability to stun lock enemies with ranged attacks across all AI characters. Accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking from off-screen, and accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking melee engaged players. I never really noticed this one, where reduced ability to stun lock enemies with ranged attacks across all AI characters. I never noticed that the heavy or the sniper or Vanguard or whatever would stun lock an enemy with anything. But I guess it was happening. And then for this, accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking from off-screen. That's awesome because you get the Tyranid elites, the warriors with like the Devastator rifles that shoot that like shotgun blast. You're engaged with one of them, you're fighting him, trying to deal with him. Not only is he blasting you at point blank, hitting you with everything that he's got, but now you're being hit by, 3 or 4 other people because they usually run in a group of 3 to 5. And it sucks. So I'm glad that they fixed a lot of those things because it gets to be a little rough. Regarding Hormagaunts and Sanagors, melee damage now deals specific amount of damage instead of removing 1 complete armor segment per enemy attack. That is awesome, because what would happen before is you would get swarmed by Gaunts, or these are the goat guys from the Chaos, those stupid beaked bastards with the shields. Hate them. So they would literally, you'd get a horde come up to hit you. You're engaged in the middle trying to get away. You get hit by bink, bink, bink. Now all your armor's gone, and now your health just starts getting drained away by all these bastards with the Devourer rifle and stuff. And it sucks. For the Zoanthrope, increase psychic scream damage sparsing time from 0.5 seconds to 2 seconds to prevent one-shot damage. So what was happening here, and I thought this was just like a skill issue on my part, was when the Zoanthrope starts doing its psychic beam that it launches out, if you get hit by that beam, you get stunned and you can't move. And then he would do it it felt immediate. Now we know it was half a second. He fires a second shot, you get hit, so not only is all your armor gone, plus like a quarter of your health, now all of your health is gone and now you're down. And your teammates already weren't helping you fight them, then they would just come over, get you picked up, and then you'd get blasted again. So I'm glad that they increased the time on that. That way, if you get staggered, you at least have an opportunity to recover. Psychic scream damage reduced from 11 to 8, so now you won't be one shot even if you do get possibly caught by 2, depending on your health and armor. Psychic scream effective range reduced from 50 to 40. That's good, because those things felt like they would just hit everything, and I felt like they would go through objects. You stand behind a box, and it just cuts through the box and hits you anyway. Psychic Scream cast range is reduced by 10 meters. Nice. For the Termagants, these are the guys that shoot. Hormagaunts are the melee, Termagants are the shooters. So the Flesh Borer spray attack damage reduced from 1 to 5. Flash Borer spray attack damage reduced from 0.3 to 0.1. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the differences between these two. If anyone knows, you'll let me know down in the comments. And then interior ward with the Devourer, these assholes. Projectile damage reduced from 0.9 to 0.6 per projectile. Thank you, because those guys would just destroy you. Rubric Marine with the Warp Flamer. Icon flame damage reduced from 9 to 6. Flame burst damage reduced from 6 to 4 per shoot. Flamer shooting damage reduced from 6 to 4 per projectile. And their health is reduced by 10%. Awesome. I don't know about you. I purposely did not enjoy playing against the Chaos because of the guys with the shields and these damn Warp Flamers. Those were the two most annoying things that I could deal with, especially with the way that the Rubric Marines would fire their Flamer. Just hit you in rapid succession and now all your health's gone. Then you get swarmed, get shot by snipers. It sucked. Rubric Marine with the bolt gun. I didn't think these were too bad, but spray attack damage reduced from 1.5 to 1. Cool. Precise shot attack with red indicator, damage reduced from 42 per projectile. Okay. Reduced frequency of teleports used to disengage players to make them less annoying to fight. This always sucked for me. I always hated fighting these guys with my bulwark because I'd get in there, I'd get 2 melee hits, and then they'd teleport 15 feet away and shoot me. And I'm just like, you son of a bitch. Zangor with shield. HP greatly reduced. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's no reason that I, as a heavy or a bulwark, hit you with a multi-melta, your shield gets blown off, and then I have to shoot you 2 more times with a multi-melta to kill you. Or with the heavy, or the bulwark, I have to smash your shield off and then hit you 2 to 3 more times minimum to kill you. I have a problem with that. So I'm glad that these little bastards got what they deserve. Carnifex. Rage phase updated. Carnifex becomes faster and more aggressive. I'm okay with that. Taunt frequency reduced. I never noticed that they would taunt you. I know that they would like make weird noises and stuff, but fixed a bug where his cone of thorns attack wouldn't fire projectiles. I never noticed that. I always noticed sometimes that the thorn attack would literally angle out of his body to attack you if you were the only player and you had AI bots with you. Then I noticed that he would like damn near shoot you all the time if you were within, let's say, if you're looking at a clock, like almost 9 to 10 to basically like a 2. It's not where the holes that he's shooting them out are coming from. It just kind of angles off. It was really weird, but we'll see. Hive Tyrant health. Health slightly increased. Okay. Resistance to explosives and melta weapons increased by 20%. Okay, because what I like to do was like, all right, everybody get crack grenades or everyone get melta bombs, and then when he gets to his second phase, everyone run up, put the melta bombs down at his feet, run away. After he does his little wave blasty thing, everyone set off the melta bombs and his health just like butter, gone. Customizations. Fixed icon color for Administratum Gray, Auric Armor Gold, and Celestra Gray colors. Fixed issues with default colors being wrong on some characters, i.e. Iron Warriors. Vanguard Relic Right Greave part now requires 29 victories instead of 36. Okay. Added a color pattern called Greaves Pattern, allowing the player to customize bottom and top half of the legs separately. Oh, that's cool. That's what this is right here. If you can't see. Now you can have your thighs compared to your boots basically be a different color. Maps. Fixed several issues that were preventing players from progressing within some levels. Fixed a lot of minor collision issues. Tweaked dust, storm density, and duration on ballistic engine. Thank God, because it's really hard to see. Tweaked Helldrake fire timings on the bridge and reliquary operation. I didn't think that was that bad. Trials can now be accessed via Hypnomat and Armory. Okay. General fixes. Fixed a bug where changing loadout mid-operation would restore your health. Improved jump pack ability responsiveness. That's good for all you assault class users. Fixed several issues in the trials. Fixed a bug where in some rare cases controls would stop working after performing a finisher. I had that happen to me a lot, or even sometimes I'd just be running and then all of a sudden, boop, W key stops working. Fixed a bug where player does not receive armor data from the Hellbrute spawned from Chaos Portal. Huh, that's weird. I never had that Actually, I did have that happen. We killed the Hellbrute on the elevator, and we didn't get any data for it. It was really weird. Fixed a bug that caused Vanguard's Adrenaline Rush perk description to show 1% instead of actual 10. Fixed announcer spam in Eternal War mode. Nice. Fixed multiple ways of duplicating ammo in operations mode. Oh, where if you had less than 30% health or whatever and you were the sniper, you could just swap weapons back and forth and it would refill all your ammo. Glad they fixed that. Fixed a bug where the grappler launcher would get canceled if overlapped by small geometry. That sucks. Fixed a bug where tactical perk Emperor's Vengeance did not work with Plasma Incinerator. Huh. Interesting. Fixed a bug where several weapons could restore more than actual contested health, i.e. Meltas and AoE weapons. Nice. I talked about this in my my heavy class build video, where I even demonstrated it at the end. I had like half my health. Some of it got contested. I killed a bunch of enemies, and boom, I got full health. So I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed several issues that were causing loss of saves. I didn't experience that. Fixed an unidentified voice at the end of the story that was assigned to the wrong character. Interesting. I've noticed when you kill the Hive Tyrant, I've only seen it one time, where the Bulwark is the only character that at the end, he goes, "Has anyone heard from Talassa?" And then I just heard the Bulwark. "Hey, this is Talassa. Hive Tyrant is dead." And that was it. He's the only character, and I heard it for the first time on Tuesday. Almost 100 hours in this game, and it's the first time I heard it. Lots of minor UI fixes and improvements. Lots of minor animation fixes and improvements. Localization fixes. All in all, I think this is a wonderful patch. I'm sure it's going to feel super, super easy at some parts because of the balancing that they did and made things a little bit better. But I think all in all, it's going to make this really fun and make it a lot better. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell YouTube that this is actually something you enjoy. With that, catch y'all in the next one. Peace.